Welcome to Jen's Daily Dish, where I bake things on camera for the very first time so you can bake along with me and learn from my mistakes. Today we are making Cuñapé. O vamos a hacer Cuñapé. That is a Bolivian cheese bread treat. I'd like you to think of it like a little cheese ball. Has so few ingredients, really just flour and mozzarella together. Brazil has their own version of this. I'm going to get the pronunciation so wrong. Pão de queijo, I think is how you pronounce it. But they're little cheese breads, which I think they even sell them frozen at Trader Joe's. But no need to do that because you can make your own. Some Cuñapé recipes have egg in them, some don't. This one does not. Typically, it would be made with Yuca flour, but I had trouble finding it. And so I'm kind of cheating. And I'm making it with almond flour. The key is to make it with something that is gluten-free. I don't know why. You could probably make it with a regular flour too, and I'm sure it would turn out fine. But I'm making it with almond flour today. So again, bake along with me and learn from what I do. Let's see how these turn out. Which makes me think of, let's make Cuñapé, also known as cheese bread. Small and easy to make, they will keep you well fed. Oh, they so will, because after we're done making it, you can roll it into balls and put in your freezer and make them whenever you so like. First things first, preheat your oven to 450 degrees and get your cookie sheets ready to go. They can be with parchment paper or without, doesn't matter. Take your Yuca flour or whatever flour you were able to find and go ahead and add a little pinch of salt and your baking powder in. Whisk together. You can absolutely make this by hand, but I've just decided to keep my counter a little cleaner today and I'm going to put this in my mixer. Add in your mozzarella cheese. Mix it together so that you can get that mozzarella cheese coated in the flour. Before we start mixing this a lot more. Add in some milk, about half of what you have. Something is not going quite right, so I'm going to end up kneading this by hand because it is feeling far wetter than it should be at this point. It's possible it's that the mozzarella cheese was really fresh, and so when I grated it, it had a whole lot more moisture in it. And so I may need to add a little bit more flour to this. It's also possible that because I'm using almond flour and not Yuca flour, that the Yuca flour, I don't know, is able to handle the wetness a bit more. All right, I'm adding a little bit more flour in just because it is very wet. This is one of those times that you learn from my mistakes. Make balls of your Cuñapé. It should be about this big, like the size of a golf ball, give or take. And then make a thumbprint in the bottom. One tray is going straight to the freezer so I can make Cuñapé whenever I want. The other tray is going into the oven right now. Bake for 10 to 15 minutes until they're a golden brown. They're looking golden brown. Let's take them out. The great thing about Cuñapé, you get to eat them hot. Well, don't burn your mouth hot, but like hot. Take a look at the Cuñapé. It's firm on top, just like it should be, and then when you pull it apart, that's where the cheese is. So let's take a look at that. Ooh, it's hot. It is very hot. Woo! It is hot. There definitely is the cheesiness inside. Let's take a bite. These are good, I have to say. It would have been far better with Yuca flour or even using tapioca flour. There's just something about it. It sort of pulls it together just a little bit more than the almond flour did. But hey, this is a great gluten-free alternative with the almond flour, or if you're an almond flour fan, it's a great way for you to make your Cuñapé your cheese bread, your pão de queijo. Yeah, however you pronounce that, sorry. Delicious regardless. Eat them plain, put butter on top, eat them with more cheese, eat them as a side, eat them as your main dish, whatever you like. They're great. If I can make these cuñapé with almond flour for the very first time with you watching me every step of the way, you can too. But make them with yuca flour or tapioca. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check me out on Instagram, and keep sending those recipe requests like this one.